The day after the budget, and that means the post-match analysis, this time from the Institute for Fiscal Studies, looking at the state of public spending in the next few years. And one thing they've pointed out is, well, let me show you. This shows you the change to non-virus budgets since March 2020. Basically, these red bars show you what happened in the spending review last time around. We knew there were some spending cuts coming, around £13 billion a year. Well, on top of them, according to the IFS, you are seeing an extra £4 billion of spending cuts as a result of this budget. The Treasury says, listen, it's difficult to compare pre-COVID with after COVID, but the IFS says if you're going to carry on doing that spending, you need to find extra taxes to pay for it, and that means potentially higher taxes for the rest of us. Well, taxes are already going up, and in fact, more and more people are paying higher rates. This line here shows you the percentage of adults who pay higher rate taxation, and what you can see is as a result of the measures that we've had in this budget, freezing those personal allowances, dragging more people into the higher rate of taxation as their earnings go up. Just look at that line. It goes up and up a bit further, such that actually back in the early 90s, it was around 4% of adults who were paying that higher rate. Well, look, right now, or at least in 2025-26, it's going to be up to 11% of adults. A very big increase indeed. And the other concern the IFS had was about the state of the wider economy. Economic growth relatively weak, according to those OBR forecasts, the Office of Budget Responsibility. Well, the upshot of that is weekly earnings, so our take-home pay isn't necessarily going up either. This shows you, since the financial crisis, how fast it came down. It was starting to recover, but here's the thing, because of weak economic growth, it's only recovering quite gradually. That's that forecast there, that line going up. And what you can probably see is by 2026, so the end of the forecast horizon, it is still just below where it was back in 2008. So some people have talked about a lost decade for economic growth. Well, here you have almost two lost decades for wage growth.